Hey there, this is the One Boom, and I thought I'd throw together a quick video about my Season 3 first impression. So I stayed up for the update, went to install it, and just like with the last update, my download was throttled. I tested out my download speeds earlier today by installing some random things on my Xbox, everything was fine, but I couldn't get more than 10 megabits per second when installing the new update for Modern Warfare. So that was a bit bad, because I wanted to start downloading it at midnight. I figured I'd be playing within 20 minutes, but by the time the download finally finished, my caffeine had worn off, my food had worn off, I started feeling tired and lethargic, but then I decided to still get some gameplay for you guys. So when it comes to the new maps, Sawmill and Backlot, and the new weapons, the SKS and the Renetti, I did give them a good amount of time. Now, obviously I don't have the SKS and Renetti unlocked, I haven't bought the Battle Pass yet, so I didn't get the extra tier skips or anything. I just went into private matches and played with them. And for my friends testing, the SKS probably will get a nerf from what they found. It has a fast fire rate, a really solid 2-shot kill range, a 1-shot headshot range. It's basically, in everything they found, it's a better EBR. When it comes to fire rate and damage output, it's between the FAL and the EBR, leaning more towards the EBR. It does quick quite a bit visually, but it's really manageable if you are able to pace your shots, and it's going to kill very quickly. So it'll probably get a nerf. I'm just saying it'll probably get some sort of increase to recoil. I hope they don't nerf the damage too much, because you don't need a semi-auto that's getting 3 to 4 shot kills. That's not good. But I feel like they had trouble because the Dragunov fills the role of heavy semi-automatic in the game. The EBR is slightly below that, somewhere between it and the FAL, and the FAL is very fast and spammable. I feel like they didn't know exactly what to do with the SKS, so it just feels like a better EBR right now. I kind of hope they either buff the EBR up to it or nerf the SKS down to it, but obviously I don't really have that opinion yet because I haven't played with the gun online. That's going to take a while to unlock. The Renetti is a fantastic handgun though. I am very excited to unlock this online. I love the sounds it makes, I love the animations for it, I love the visual presence of it. I like that it has 3-round burst. The 3-round burst is very, very capable. It can one-burst people up close. I feel like it'll be annoying to die by, but if it gets people to stop using Snake Shot, I'll be happy. So it's nice to have a new handgun and marksman rifle that they're good. They feel very fun to use, and I hope that I get to unlock them soon. I will talk about them later. I don't want to go too in-depth with my first impressions on guns because I have to see how they interact with the meta and what people do with the weapons once they get them. But with maps, I can talk a little bit more freely. The first one, Backlot, is very interesting. It's the gameplay you've been seeing here. Backlot is an interesting beast here. Now, I did have trouble getting some online gameplay because my buddies were sort of tilted and tired, and I don't really think they were up for the sweaty crowd that plays Modern Warfare's updates when they first drop at midnight. So, it was kind of hard with like 3 of my teammates sort of not feeling it, and then my other 2 teammates I can't communicate with. So it was a little bit hard. I don't blame them at all. They were tired, but I did get this nice chopper gunner gameplay that you're watching here. So this gameplay that you're watching does turn around a bit, and I have to say, I so far like Backlot quite a bit. They definitely added some areas that I didn't expect, and I don't even really feel were necessary, but they trimmed the fat and added some counters that I think are kind of nice. Now, the only thing I don't like is that you can get in the back of the gas station here. I think that's kind of shitty. I don't like that because it has a lot of lines of sight, it's very easy to camp in. It's also very easy to get RPGs in there. It's not like a really concealed corner, but I feel like it's the only thing where you could really make an argument that there's going to be some sort of tactical advantage to camping in that building. But they did some things to counter camping as well, adding this little parking lot area behind this building that you're seeing here. It allows people to get in the building multiple ways. And in COD 4, it was really easy to control how people funneled into this building, whereas now there's many ways for people to get in. And you might say people will camp in that parking lot, but that's not a good camping spot. If somebody wants to camp there, go for it. Honestly, that's not a high traffic area, you're just wasting your time. And this map has a lot of areas that, yeah, you could camp in, but it's sort of a waste of time. Also, by the C flag over above the garage next to the, what should we call it, the construction site, I'm very tired. That area has a second story now, and I don't know how that's gonna play out. It's good for defending your home flag, it's also good for countering people in the construction site, but I don't think it was necessary. I don't think it's gonna hurt the game, but it doesn't really feel necessary at all. There are people that are gonna complain about every change and say they ruined it, just like they did with Crash. Of course they ruined Crash. I don't know, I had fun playing on Backlot tonight, I have fun playing on Crash. I don't think the changes are necessarily detrimental. Even if I don't think they were 100% necessary, it does make the map feel a little bit more fresh than if they were to just, you know, give it to us the way it always was. And also, could you guys please explain your problem with doors? I have never in this game had a problem that was like, oh, fuck the doors in this game. I like the dynamic of being able to peek open doors and open them quietly, or slam through them and just, you know, slam through and jump around the corner and kill somebody. I have not been fucked over by the doors in this game. Please tell me why people are so mad about the doors. I personally just have no problems with the doors in this game, and I've been playing this game a lot since launch, so I don't know. So anyway, some of the changes are good, some of the changes are a little unnecessary. I like that you can still get to most of the places, but the basement and the construction site being gone is sort of sad to me because the basement was sort of unnecessary in COD 4, but I have fond memories of it for some reason. But with it gone, I'm not mad. It didn't need to be there. It was a waste of space. It was a place for people to hide, and yeah, they trimmed the fat in some areas, added some more fat, but also added some flanking routes to very popular camping areas. So it's weird, I feel like I'm on Backlot, I can play it like Backlot, and then suddenly I'm lost and I kind of forget where I am a little bit. So it's interesting, it's a new map, but it's still Backlot. Now when it comes to Sawmill, I didn't get to play as much, but I do enjoy this map. So far, mostly my favorite thing, I have to admit, is just the aesthetic. It's a very clean, well-lit map. And honestly, this is true for both Sawmill and Backlot. The maps don't have that weird, dusty, smoggy, foggy, smoky, poopy shit that just like floats over the surface of the map and makes distant things harder to see. That isn't on either of these maps, so great job Infinity Ward. They feel very clean and easy to make out targets on. I love that enemies are easy to see and are well lit on these maps, so good job there. And this map definitely feels like it would have even fit in Black Ops 2. It's so colorful, it's so nice. You could put pictures from this map onto a Get Well card and nobody would question it. It is a really pretty map. As far as its layout, there was definitely some weird sticky spawns that were happening when we were playing Domination, but I don't know. If my friends were winning their gunfights and I was able to hold map control, I don't know how it would play. So I can't give you definitive answers on this, but yeah, I was happy that I was at least able to play it. Unlike Atlas Superstore, where I couldn't play it at all, I was able to get multiplayer matches of both Sawmill and Backlot tonight. I didn't get to play Anya Incursion, but it's Anya, but with the big parts gone. Whatever. I will probably do a separate review of Anya Incursion after I've gotten a couple matches on it. Maybe you guys will like that. But I really, so far, like both of these maps. I have to get more time in with Sawmill, but so far I like that the lanes are predictable, yet the map does clearly allow for some variety of play. It's one of those big, close range maps. It's a very large map, but there's a lot of close range forced engagements, so it's a good change of pace in this particular game. At least on paper. Again, I'll have to come back to it. So far though, it's looking good, at least when it comes to visibility, aesthetic, and just overall feel. It's nice that we're getting unique maps that haven't been in previous Call of Duty games that I'm actually kind of digging. I'm enjoying, so far, the maps that Infinity Ward has worked on in post for this game. Like Shoot House, it's not my style of map that I like, but it is good for what it is. Same with Hideout. Hideout isn't my favorite design, but I do like the way it plays, and other than it spawns, and I feel the same way about Sawmill. But again, these are very, very early first impressions. One thing I do have to bitch about is that every item in the game has a green dot next to it telling me that it's new. Yeah, you know that's going on the list. Better luck next time, Infinity Ward. But other than that, there aren't too many other technical issues I have to report. There aren't any things that glared at my friends or I while we were playing, but only time will tell with that sort of stuff. And what I'm really concerned about is if there were any stealth changes with this update. That's what I'm concerned about. When I find out if there are or not, we'll see if Exclusive Ace finds any. I will complain about it here. And if you want my opinion on the Battle Pass, there's some cool cosmetics in there. There's not much else to say. I will likely be buying this Battle Pass, mostly because I already have several hundred COD points from the last Battle Pass, so I'll get a good discount on it. I don't have to spend full price, and so I will likely get the new Battle Pass, and hopefully nobody chews my ass about it. I've seen some people recently complaining about the Battle Pass and how it's predatory and stuff. I feel like we're sort of grasping at straws with that. This is the most consumer-friendly Call of Duty we've ever had. I know it has bugs, I know it has problems, I know that the community hasn't been listened to, I'm not ignoring that, but I will say, when it comes to the monetary stuff and how you unlock weapons and cosmetics, this game does it the best. It just, hands down, I won't be argued with on it. Well, actually I will argue. If anybody really wants to talk about this, I do plan on doing a podcast about all of the good things in Modern Warfare. Just be a very positive podcast, just talk up Modern Warfare and be really nice to it for a while. And then maybe towards the end of it, I'll get bored and start criticizing the hell out of it. But either way, if you guys want to talk about it, we'll talk about it on that podcast. I might have viewers on Discord. So if you want to follow my Discord, I believe there's a link down in the description below. But let me know what you guys think about Season 3 so far. Do you like the guns? Do you like the maps? What are you mad about? Did the game break for you? Is everything running okay? Please let me know down below. I will see you when I see you. Goodbye.